Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the BroadStrokes podcast.
Dang, that's the most ecstatic you've ever sounded when doing an intro.
I guess so. Uh, Today, since I since we enjoyed that little D&D part, I guess you could call it, last episode that me and Junior had, we thought for at least the first half of this video, we just literally do our own D&D game.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna be doing today.
For a good chunk. Though Kyle will probably be in this story at some point. But we don't know when. He'll just have to join in the middle of it.
Yeah, we'll just have to introduce them at some point.
I mean, it's easy to introduce people. You stumble upon them on the road, they're in a city or something, or...
I never said it was hard. I was just saying we'll
Oh,
have to introduce.
yes. Alright.
Okay, for the DM, you off our story here.
Alright. Yeah, here's the map. So, Braden's character...
Are you on the map right now on your phone?
Yes.
It's your face cam.
Well,
That's what I'm.
what?
I'm still saying face cam. You'd say it would switch. So you're looking at.
Well, yeah, because I'm recording. On OBS, I switched channels.
There was some confusion, I suppose.
Well, what did you think I meant?
I thought you meant that on the call, your video would change to what the desktop is looking at. Not, I would just get face.
Well, it will. I'm on gambling right now, and it's showing the gambling
It's
channel.
not.
Well,
Yes, it's not.
obviously you're not seeing it because you're not on the computer. I'm not showing my screen or anything.
Never mind. So yeah, that's the map of the world. Zah. Whoa, no.
The most pathetic Dio, I guess. That's Dio after he got beat to a pulp by Jotaro. Anyway, so Brayden, you know what? Since you're the creator of your character, I would like you to introduce him.
Yes, today I shall be playing as, if I can get off this stupid maps.
What?
I may have left for a second.
Yeah, I could tell.
So my character, his name is Val or Larper or whatever you said. I don't know.
Dude, just sound it out.
Or Larbor. I don't.
Or
Whatever.
la bor. That's it.
Or Labor.
Well, I mean, I just told you. It's exactly how it's pronounced or sounded out.
Okay. Uh, he's a fighter samurai subclass. He's a dragonborn, and he is lawful neutral, and his color is blue, which I believe gives him light from the thing you sent.
Yeah. And to avoid the huge yappuccino that is a backstory, just do a quick synopsis.
So, wait, what's synopsis?
Summary.
Oh. Alright, well, a fighter who was a mercenary at the time was sent to kill a town of dragonborns. After he killed everyone, he took an egg in because he had to change a heart, I suppose.
The
And then
Phantom
due to
Thieves?
what,
I said the Phantom Thieves.
brother? Yeah, the Phantom Thief changed his heart 30 days ago, and that's the exact moment it kicked in. Anyway, later on, dude that hired the fighter to kill the Dragonborns found out he took one of the eggs, and a different group of mercenaries killed him. And then the Agar got trained by the dude, and he ran away. About revenge. Yeah, that's it.
All right. So yeah, and basically his character is on a revenge trip. So, what city did he grow up in?
Well, I'd say he grew up in, let's say, uh, Mercedes Landing or Mercy's Landing.
Yeah, that's also Medici, but like a
Mindy.
but I didn't expect you to know that. So
He grew up there.
yes, and it's called that because well, the guy
Uh,
a guy called that landed there. Yeah, and it's pretty straightforward, honestly. Anyway, so yeah, now that he's at this town, how far after your father's death is this? Is this a week? Years?
let's say this is about 2 years after his death.
Okay. Let's see. What was he doing in the city during those 2 years?
During the 2 years, while he was trying to get on his feet, for a while he was home. Eventually, he found a man who was willing to hire him, and now he's standing on his own 2 feet. He's been training every once in a while, but not too much. Yeah, he's just working, living,
All right, fair
doing a
enough.
bit of.
Okay, so what type of job does he do?
So his job is, he helps run a store.
All right, is it a inn or like a general store?
It's a general store where people come to buy like groceries and stuff,
All right.
and
So
do a bit of.
let's say from working those 2 years, right? Let's say you got
Mm.
about 2,000 spending gold.
I'm rich.
Yeah. So, but you're planning on leaving soon to uncover the mystery.
Yes, all he remembers from that day is that a group of men in armor killed his father.
Yeah, by the way, I actually found this out apparently. Dragonborns are like grown adults by 10.
Boom.
Yeah.
Huh. That
But that was a little off topic, but I thought that was an interesting fact.
that's an interesting fact about Dragonborns. Anyway, yeah, so that's all he really knows. That his father was murdered.
Yeah. And I wonder if there was any letters or anything left at the residence.
Hint, hint.
Let's say this. Let's say about 2 years ago, when Val was trying to search the body, let's roll see if he finds anything.
Okay.
If you roll a 16 or above, he finds a letter.
This is his father's body
Yes.
that he's searching.
If he
I
doesn't,
I almost put a D29, like 11.
all right. He searches through the corpse of his adopted father, where he finds nothing, but well, blood. That's all he finds. A bunch of bloods and stab wounds all over his father's body. So he's left confused of who the strange men that entered his home were. So back to
Yeah.
the present time. Is your character gonna planning on staying or is he leaving soon? I would assume he's gonna leave soon, but
Yeah, he's gonna leave soon. He doesn't exactly know where he's gonna head off to. He's thinking maybe he'll try one more time to search his own home.
all right. So with all your money, And since you worked at the general store, let's say the owner gives you a 10% discount for being a good employee. What supplies do you want to buy?
Supplies? I think I'll buy a nuclear backpack from the 1960s.
Oh my god. Kyle,
Okay, alright. Since I don't really know where exactly I'm gonna be, I'm gonna buy some food, a tent maybe, and some things to store water in.
what about a weapon?
Uh,
Right now, the
yeah,
only thing you have for training is a wooden sword.
that's fair enough. I'll buy a sword.
Okay. All they had on sale was a pretty dull iron sword.
Alright, I'll have to sharpen it at some point.
All right. So with all the stuff you bought and stuff, I have an idea. The shop owner, you could try to haggle with them. All right. If you get a 12 or above, you get a 15% discount instead. If you get a 20, you get a 20% discount.
I get a 100% discount?
If you get below 12, you get well, the discount is still 10%. If you get a 1, there is no discount
He just removed the discount.
because you're that bad at haggling.
Okay, so above a 12, I get a 15, and a 20, I get a 20%. I got it.
Well, you're lucky that you didn't get a nat 1 because that would have been horrible. So the shopkeeper is like, "Yeah, I'm kind of like, broke. I can't go lower. Sorry. Sorry,
Alright then.
Val."
How much does it cost?
So everything together, let's say that the food will last you a good 2 weeks. Same with the water. You get a portable tent and sleeping bag so you can rest because that would be very important. Uh, then, and you bought the sword. Everything that was about 1,200.
Actually, I want to buy one more thing. Do you have any healing supplies?
Yes, I have three uh minor healing pots. Each
How
one
much?
though is about, I would say, a good 75.
Hmm, that's a good bit of money there. Hand me two of them.
All right, well that'll be an extra 150, so you'll be left with about 650 coins. Here you go, Mr. Val.
Thank you.
I hope you find your father's killers.
I do too. I'll return in I don't know how long amount of time.
All right, good luck, Mr. Val or
Thank you.
Orlador.
Good luck to you too. And then I walk out of the store and go in the direction of my old family home.
So you want to attempt to investigate the house again?
Yes.
All right. For some reason, this house was kept unchanged in 2 years.
Well, I mean, I would assume I buried his body.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I try searching the. What do I need to succeed?
Okay, you need an 8.
An 8 or above.
Yes. If you get a 1, you'll have a
I,
consequence.
I got a
Okay,
4.
you find a old letter. The ink is a little hard to read since it's been 2 years, and
Okay then.
it was clearly written hastily. But it's an old letter that was actually from your father.
Okay. Do I need the roll to be able to read the old ink?
No, you can make it out. Basically, the letter was the contract your dad agreed to kill your kin.
Dun dun dun.
And it says is signed Signed, G.
G.
Since the contractor wanted to remain anonymous.
How much money was my father paid for this?
Huh?
How much money was my father paid for this? I wanna take the money. Where is it in the house?
Ain't no. He didn't get paid.
Bruh.
Okay, he did get paid, but he already spent the money by the time by the
Oh.
time that you were already like born and stuff.
Well, that sucks. Alright, so signed by Mr. G. I don't really know any G's.
Yes, the contractor is not from that town. You can tell from the handwriting.
Yeah. This must be someone else from a different part of the world.
Though you don't have any good evidence or solid proof of anything. All you know is it's some dude who has a hatred to dragonborns. So, you have a few things you could do. So, you could go south. Maybe the other living dragonborns around the area might have an idea of might have an idea about the murder contracts. Or you could take a boat and go to Goldport or Kingstead or any of the other major cities by boat. But the farther the city is, the more expensive the boat ride will be.
Alright, so I decide that I will head farther into Dragonfest, contact some Dragonborn, see if they know anyone, anything. Any information is helpful.
Alright. Now, this is quite a dangerous route since Dragon's Rest is a mostly untamed land filled with plenty of mountains. And may I add that many of these mountains also lead further underground. Some of which even lead into the Underdark. So be careful of any drow.
Alright then.
Or mind flayers, or any other creatures of the Underdark that may stumble onto the surface.
Interesting.
So, you decide to go southward. You pass through the border gates of the Medici Guard. The soldier stops you, though. He says, "Hey, buddy. Where you going?"
I'm going out into... Wait, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if anyone wants to pass through here, well, you're gonna have to pay me about 200 gold.
Come on, man. That's not right. I read the laws. You're not supposed to do that. That's only for if you try to go to other countries, not untamed land. Dragon's Rest isn't claimed by anyone.
Well, look, I'm quite influential here. I am the captain of the guard here. You either pay, or you can walk back. So now you can roll and see if you can convince them to let you through. Or you can just give them 200.
Nah. What do I need?
Or you can get... There are a few options, so you can convince them completely. You gotta have, like, crazy charisma to convince them to just let you out for free. You gotta have 18 or above for that to work.
Alright, how much would it be for me to, like, convince him to lower it a little bit?
Then it'll be a 14 or above.
Okay,
Now,
okay.
you could just pay them in full, or your last option is do a job for him.
Alright, I ask him what his job is then.
He's like, "Oh, so you want to exchange a favor for a favor, eh? Alright
Yeah?
then. Inside the city of Medici, well, there's this influential man who runs the underground mafia around there. It's a gnome.
It's a gnome!
If you can take care of him, and give me his
Yeah.
treasure, I will let you through for free.
Hmm.
I'll give you a good heads up. Try asking the beggars for the beggar king.
Brother. That's like homeless king.
Yeah, he's called the beggar king, but he's really rich, by the way. The beggar king essentially rules the city.
Ain't no way, bro.
Like a lot of the guards are actually like corrupt to him.
Alright, before I do anything else, I want to try to haggle with him to make him lower his price a bit.
All right.
I get a
Well,
9.
he said, "Sorry, 200 or do the job. Price ain't going lower, bud."
God, I'm not charismatic at all.
Hey, eventually though, you might be able to get things. If you get party members that are charismatic and stuff, like if you have a bard or something on your party, it will add to your role as well.
Okay, I decide I'll do that job for him.
He's like, "Good. Go ask any of the beggars. They should know who he is.
Alright.
Ask them that you want to see the beggar king."
Alright, I walk around the town trying to find a beggar.
Then you see one come up to you. "Please, mister, please. 5 coins?"
Hey. I got an idea for you. I'll give you 5 coins if you tell me how I can contact the beggar king.
Ah, you want to see the Lord, huh? Okay. Then I'll have to increase the price a bit. He doesn't see visitors all the time. 15 coins.
15.
And I'll take you to see the Lord himself. The Lord in rags, as they call him.
Okay, what do I need to haggle the price down?
You're gonna haggle with a beggar? you need a you need a you need a 15.
I got a 9 again.
Well, sorry, buddy, but it has to be 15. The Lord doesn't see everyone all the time.
Good Lord, fine. I'll pay 15. I hand them 15 gold coins.
Alright, now you have 635 coins.
Alright.
I'm gonna write this down before I forget.
635 coins.
Alright, come with me. He's in the old workshop.
What is bro typing? His hands are crossed.
I just put 635 coins.
It's after you send it. After I saw it, it still said Steve is typing.
Bruh.
Okay.
Follow me, mister.
Okay, so I follow the beggar.
You enter into the workshop. Or, right before you're stopped, one of the beggar king's henchmen, a marauder, who looks quite tough, mind you. He is his bodyguard. Tells you this. "Hey, bud." He's an orc, by the way. A very big orc. So someone you wouldn't want to mess with. He's like, "Hey, stop right there."
Okay, before you say anything else, I stab him in the head.
Bruh.
No.
He's like,
Let's see.
"Stop right there.
Okay.
Put any weapons you have on your person in that box over there."
Will I get my sword back when I leave?
Yes, after you're done with your conversation with the beggar king, you can have any weapons you had left. We can't have any assassination attempts.
Alright then. I comply. I take my sword and sheath out and put it in the box.
He's like, "Right this way, mister. Mister... What's your name?"
It's,
You can choose to say a fake name or a real name. Doesn't matter.
Val.
Okay, well, come right this way. The beggar king, which is ready to meet you. Then in this very huge chair, you see this little gnome. He's like, "Hello there, nice to meet you. We got any business?"
So, Beggar King. At a game, I didn't realize the Beggar King was the mafia boss the guy was talking about.
Bruh.
I thought it was just like a dude I'd get information about where the dude was from, or where the.
Well, now you know, so now you figure it out.
Now I have a conundrum. I'm supposed to take care of this guy, and then I kill him because I left my sword outside.
I mean, you do technically still have your breath,
Oh yeah, I do have lightning.
but maybe you want to speak to him first.
Hey, so I got something to talk to you about, Beggar King.
And what is that, Mr. Val, was it?
Yes. So I'm trying to go into. I was trying to go into Dragon's Rest, and this guard stopped me. He told me that he would let me through for free if I were to take care of you. But I don't really want to kill you.
I see. Ivan. The captain of the guard, you say?
Yes.
Alright then. Huh. Mr. Odowacer, I would assume. Okay. I have an idea. How about we sign a contract together?
What's his con for?
If you help me get control over this city,
God, I'm just doing favors. I'm trying to find who killed my father. Okay.
if you help me, well, I'll help you a bit, let's say. I have some competition in these streets. If you catch my drift.
Competition.
Another mafia boss, perhaps.
Is it
Though
another?
he is weaker than me by most accounts, but he was once my lieutenant. And he knows many of my secrets. So, let's say this. If you take care of this former lieutenant, you will take his spot. What say you?
That sounds like a decent offer there.
Good. Come back to me when the job is done, and to make sure that that you get it right, lob his head off for me.
Do you want me to bring the head to you then?
Yes.
Alright then.
But I will tell you this. I'm not fully sure where he may be. I can only give you his name. And what he is. He is a human named John Beckham.
John Beckham. Wait a minute. Why does that sound familiar? I think I served him in my store once. At least the store I was hired in. Although it's been a while. I don't know if I could see his face and remember it again.
A small flashback, I guess, then. Roll a dice and see if he told you what job he worked on. If you get a 10 or above, he told you what he did for a living.
I got a 15.
Finally. John Beckham, when he came into your store that day, had told you that he was a apprentice of a blacksmith.
A blacksmith?
And the store was called the Iron Shop.
That makes sense, I guess.
And his master was a dwarf.
Ah, yes. Back in the present. Yes, Yes, I remember now. He worked in a blacksmith shop. He was an apprentice. You said the
Well,
name of the ironwork and iron shell.
now there's one last thing I need to tell you specifically. All right? When you get rid of him, make sure you're not seen. I don't want this to come back at me. But if
Yes,
you do
sir.
this right, you get to become one of my lieutenants, and I'll do a favor for you in exchange. Go
Alright
off.
then. Alright, I go back through the door I came in and grab my sword.
Alright. The blacksmith was actually only a few blocks away from the general store. You commonly walked past it on your way home, so you already knew where it was. Now, now the thing is you can't just, you know, unsheath your sword in front of him and cut off his head. That's well, first off, you'll get arrested.
No, no,
And
no!
second, you're already disobeying the beggar king's order. So,
Yes.
how you
So I.
deal with it is up to you, but the idea is you gotta make it look like an accident.
It, I walk into the store.
You see the old grizzled blacksmith dwarf. Hey, old stranger, came to see my wares, have ya?
Yes. Hey, I served an apprentice of yours at some point in time. Does he still work here?
Why, of course, but today is his off day. He
Dang
should.
it.
He's at his home. If you have something to tell him, though, I can tell you where he lives.
Ah, that would be perfect.
But, I would appreciate if you bought something from me first.
Alright, I'd just like to get my sword here sharpened.
Oh, but that. This dull old blade? This thing looks like it could barely cut any butter. Here, well, how about you just get yourself a better sword? And then he just proceeds to throw that thing in the garbage.
I just nail that.
He's like, here, how about this knife's dwarf forged steel sword? Only for a good 150 coins. What do you say? That's a
Only
steal
for
if you ask me.
150. What do I need to haggle my way with this man?
He's a pretty generous guy, so you only need an 8.
I got an 18.
He was like, I guess that price is a little steep. Fine. How about, 120?
That's good to me. I hand him 120.
Then he gives you a nice two-handed steel sword. Now you're down to 515.
I mean, you could just edit the previous one.
It's just easier to do this, trust me.
Alright.
Now, since you bought something from me, I'll do you a little extra. Here's his address if you want to speak to him. Maybe you can teach him a thing or two. Apparently he's been sick lately.
Sick.
Here's his address.
Do you know what illness?
Yes, he has the, I actually don't know. He just said he was sick one day, and he hasn't been to work for a few days.
I hope he's fine. Thanks. I'll go see if he's okay for you.
That would be appreciated. So you go to his house, and, well, obviously the door is locked, so you're gonna have to knock.
I knock.
Now you gotta roll whether he'll actually open the door or not. It's an 8 or above.
Alright, I'm typing.
He is a little suspicious, since he already knows that the mafia is after him.
I roll a 4.
You just hear him yelling, "Who are you? Have you been brought to take care of me?"
No, I haven't. Look, I just visited the place you work at. I just wanted to come check up on you for
Wait a
your
second. Did Elagor send you?
yeah. I asked where you live so I could check up on you because I remember talking to you a while back and we had a decent conversation. And then he said you was sick, so I said I would go check up on you for him.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah, you're Val, the clerk at the general store. I remember
Yeah,
you.
me.
Fine, I'll come open the door, all right?
All right.
But he opens the door. Welcome. No one followed you, right?
No one followed me.
Okay, good. Come on inside.
I walk inside.
Now, I was just making some stew. Would you like some?
What kind of stew?
Beef.
Yeah,
He
I
pours
like.
you a bowl. Now you can eat it now, or you can store it for later.
I'll eat half and store the other half for later.
Must not be too hungry, eh?
No, not really. Before I headed out.
All right. So, I guess my master wanted to check up on me, huh?
Yeah, how you doing?
Doing not good. I'm getting tracked down right now.
Wait, what?
Have you heard of the King of Rags, or King of Beggars?
The Beggar King. I think I heard of some tales of him.
Yes, I betrayed him. I left, and I know all their secrets, so he's coming to take care of me.
That's horrible.
Anyway, you can tell my master that I'm doing okay.
Alright, before I head out, I just got one thing to tell you.
And what is that?
I'm straight with you here. I was hired to come kill you, but I'm not doing that. You're too nice of a guy. I can't.
Huh. Thanks, I guess. Look, alright. Since you're a nice fella, I guess. Have an idea.
What's your idea?
Next time you visit that, beggar king, I'll come with you. Pretend like you captured me. But the ropes are loose. I'll help you take them down.
Alright.
I'll hide a dagger in my pocket.
Although that will be a little hard because he asked me to lob your head straight off without being noticed.
Well, maybe he'll appreciate it if he got to speak to me first, and you cut off my head in real time. He got to witness it.
Yes. I suppose he might enjoy that. Alright, it's a plan then.
Alright, I'll give you about a day.
Alright
We'll
then.
commence the operation tomorrow.
By the way, what illness do you have?
Oh, I actually just lied to my master. I was just hiding from
Ah,
any assassins that would have been sent.
alright. I'll go back to him and tell him that you're sick. But I didn't ask what it was.
No need. I'll go back to him tomorrow. I'm gonna get my master to help me with this. He'll forge me a good dagger.
Alright then.
He'll understand my situation.
Tomorrow then it is.
Alright, meet back at my house here. 8 a.m.
Alright.
So it's a plan. Shh. Well, you have a few hours left of the day, so you can do a few things. You can go to your local inn. Maybe you might meet a new friend that can accompany you on your journey. Or you can just get drunk. Or you can just go straight back to your house and go to bed for the night.
Hmm. All right, I'll head down to the see what happens.
You make your way to the inn. You hear a bard play his tunes. You hear people talking amongst each other, playing cards, all the normal stuff you'd see at a inn. Oh, and of course the smell of alcohol. Now,
Perfect.
what's your first step while you're in the inn?
All right. Well, my first thing I'll do is that I'll head over to the counter to purchase a drink.
So, the innkeeper, a fellow dragonborn actually, uh, he's like, "Hello, mister. Uh, I'm offering up this new firebrand wine. Would you like to try some? It's only 20 coins
Hmm.
for a cup."
All right, then. Give me one cup.
All right, here you go, mister.
All right, that brings me down to 495.
All right, enjoy your drink, mister.
I grab the cup and I take a sip. What does it taste like?
It tastes like it's just very spicy wine.
Ooh,
That's the name.
ooh, man, that's pretty spicy.
Yeah, it's so spicy. The reason why it's called fire is like your mouth is on fire.
Huh. Ooh, I wish I had immunity to fire at this moment.
Anyway, you see a few interesting characters around, so maybe you would want to speak to them.
Well, what are these interesting characters?
There's a monk sitting at a table by himself that is drunk off his mind. A a elf just sitting by a bounty board, just leaning against the wall, paying no mind to anyone. And then there's two people that you couldn't really make out, just playing cards together.
Hmm. So, two people. I have a monk who's drunk out of his mind, an elf who's just minding his own business, standing next to a bounty board, and then two people playing cards.
But here's
So,
your one thing: you can only talk to one for the night. You can't go to all of them.
I think I'll go to the people playing cards, get a look at them,
All right.
maybe join if I can.
You see that they're betting on each other. They're betting playing cards. They're like, "Hey, oi, mister.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how to play this game?
What game is it?
It's called blackjack."
Yes, they know how to play blackjack.
Well, we've been just betting with each other this whole night. Come, take a seat.
All right then, I take a seat.
Now, how much would you like to wager?
What's the current pot?
Well, the first guy put in about 20 coins.
20.
I chipped in a good 30.
All right then, I'll put in a good 25. I slide 25 coins in front of me.
It seems like the bet is 75 coins. I'm the dealer.
Alrighty then, hand me my card.
You get your cards? Now, roll the dice to see if you actually get good cards or not.
Come on, I like that. Come on, gambling. This server is literally called gambling. This champ.
Wow, this really devolved to actual gambling.
13.
A 13. Okay. That means you got pretty decent cards. You got a king and a 6.
So I have 16.
And the one card you can see from him is a queen of
Uh,
hearts.
Queen of Hearts.
And
Why does the
you got a king of hearts.
why does the hearts part matter?
Oh, because there's like a certain amount of kings and queens every card, right?
Oh, that's fair enough. Man, I'm not counting. I'm too dumb for that. Okay,
Oh, and your
I'll tell him.
opponent right next to you has a 2 and a 6 of spades.
Bro sucks. Okay. Whose turn is it?
Him, and he did hit like twice and he bust.
No.
So now it's you. Do you want to hit or not?
I'll hit.
Alright, roll the dice to see if you get a decent card for your deck.
Got
Alright, well, since it isn't a 1, you're not gonna immediately bust, but you got a pretty not nice number. You got a...
what?
You got a... Let me think. You got a... You got a 4.
So that's sitting me at 20. The only way I can win right now is to get an ace or a 1. Is there a 1 card?
Yeah, it's called an ace.
That's fair enough. Alright. I'll sit or whatever.
Okay. Now, I'll roll the dice and see if the dealer gets a good card or not. You already know he has a queen already. But
So
since he's the dealer, he actually has a bonus of +5.
that's how blackjack works?
Huh? No, he's just the house always wins, so you rigged the game.
Bro.
Oh, of course.
What'd you get?
Nothing. It said it failed.
Ain't no way, brother!
Okay, fine. 1d20. How did we do it last time?
It's slash roll and then space 1d20.
No. I mean, like, how to add modifiers.
Oh, you put a plus sign and then the number.
+5 again. Let's see if that... What? How? You try. If I do this... That works. Maybe they're... Let me try this. Slash roll 1d20 5 with no space. Okay. That was a test. Alright. I figured it out. You don't space it. Alright. 1d20 +5. Alright. This is the real one. Yeah,
23.
He got an ace. That was his second card. He's like, better luck next time. And he grabs all the money. And then the guy right next to you, he's like, gosh darn it! This is my 30th time losing in a row.
Dude, the house always wins.
I'm out of here. And he pushes you aside and leaves.
Hey, that was rude.
Yeah, you got a problem with me, bub?
Do you have a problem with me, huh? I'm just gonna be angry at anyone. At him. He's the one who you just lost to him.
Look, just leave me alone, alright, bud?
Alright, bud.
And he storms out the inn. Then the dealer's like, well, would you like to keep going?
No, I think I'll leave.
Anyway, so what, you lost 25, was it?
Yeah,
So now you're at 470, I believe.
470.
Alright. So,
All right.
then, yeah, then you go home for the day because you want to get a good bit of rest for the next day. Next morning, then you meet up at the house. He's like, come on, come in, come in.
So I pull out my sword and
Hey, yo. He's like,
no,
hey, Val,
no.
look, this plan is gonna go better than you think. I convinced the dumb one, the orc. He's in on it. He'll let you sneak in your weapon.
All right.
Just make sure that it's actually concealed.
All
It
right.
is a big sword, so try to hide it in a jacket or something.
Oh, I'm already.
All right, and
This time.
he'll look the other way when we take care of him. Now let's go. Tie me up.
Okay, I tie him up, but it's not too hard, so
Yeah,
we can still.
it's loose.
I walk over there. Hey,
He's like,
open.
welcome. The king will be pleased to see this prize. Come on in. He pretends to pat you down. Huh, I guess you were smart and didn't bring your weapons, huh? Go on ahead. I gotta stay here in the entrance.
All right then.
Then
So I.
then you see the gnome, but he has two additional guards with them, which are his lieutenants. He's like, welcome back. I brought the other two for the initiation.
Yeah. All right, I got him. I lob his head off, but I thought you would want to talk to him and maybe get the pleasure of doing it yourself.
You know what? That might be better. Yes. John, you should have known to never betray us. You know what the contract of being
Wait a
part
minute.
of the
Wait a minute.
family.
Was that a pun? You should have known.
Bruh. You should have known not to betray us. You knew the contract. A member of the family stays in the family. And then, like, the two lieutenants. Yeah, what he said.
Are they orcs as well?
No. They just have a deep voice.
So what? They're just normal people.
Yeah, they're just two humans.
All right.
And then the king was like, "Hey, Brock," which is the name of the orc. "Come on in here. You want to see this magnificence?" He's like, "Sure, boss." Now, you can already see John reaching for the dagger.
I whisper into his ear. Give me a second. All right. So
Huh?
what is a king doing at this second?
He's like, "Oh, okay." He's still talking for a little bit. He's like, "All right. Well, you knew the price, John. Well, new one. Do the deed."
All right. Wait a minute. Is he testing me? How my weapon?
Oh yeah. Oh no, he gives you like his sword. Here, take this. I would want my prized weapon to cut off his head.
All right. So I raise the sword above my head, and then I launch a lightning at the gnome.
All right. Well, roll and see if it actually hits him.
Please, 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 please.
If you get a 15 or above, he's like immediately dies.
Please.
If you get an 8 or
Oh,
above,
close.
you hit him, but he's just wounded. He's not dead.
So close. A 14.
Well, he's wounded at least.
What the?
It's like, sure. What?
And then I I take the sword and stab him.
All right. Well, roll, see if you immediately kill him before the other two even realize what's going on. If you get a 5 or above, okay.
I got a 17. He's just dead.
Why? And then the lieutenant.
Gnomes.
Then the lieutenant. Wait, did you just say you don't like gnomes?
I said I trusted gnomes.
Oh, okay. The irony of being killed by his own weapon. Then the other guards or the other lieutenants realize what's going on. They're like, "What the?" The orc comes in, tries to attack one of them, and he's just so strong compared to them that he immediately cracked the skull of the other dude. Yeah, he has a hammer, by the way.
Did he hit the one on the right or the left?
The one on the right. The one on the left has a crossbow. He's aiming it right at you. What do you do?
Okay. I look at him and I launch lightning.
Oh, well, sorry, but, like, we're going by kind of D&D logic. You already used it. That was your action point, so...
Okay, I grab on the John and I duck.
He fires the crossbow. And I'm gonna roll and see how much it hits you.
If I dodge out of the...
Let's see. Okay. This was for the guy firing the crossbow. He missed horribly! Like, it ricocheted and hit him in the shin. He's on one knee now.
Alright. He's on one knee. I go up to him and try to just in the brain.
You try to cut off his head, is what you said?
Try to cut off his head. Or I just tried to...
Alright, roll. You got an 8 or above. And you do it with ease.
Wait, should I have advantage because he's sitting on the ground?
Okay, you get a +2 advantage. Since he's knocked down.
1d20 plus 2. I got a 3.
Actually, the worst part is that I don't even think multipliers matter when you get a nat 1 or nat 20. So, for this scenario, you try to swing your sword, he brings up his braciere on his arm, and, like, it hits your sword and it bounces back a little. King! And then he grabs a arrow, or like a bolt, and tries to stab it into you. And it hits your torso.
Oh.
The orc comes in from behind, though, and he tries to crack his skull open as well. And this guy has a crazy advantage because he's just really strong.
I like how John hasn't done anything.
Okay, so he absolutely obliterates... Oh yeah, John is, like, trying to cut off the rope.
Come on, dude, I made it look... Freak out.
And, yeah, the orc absolutely demolishes him. He cracks his skull open. He's nothing but matter on the ground. So after John saw everything that happened, he's like, well, that's one loose end. Anyway. Well, guess I can get his treasure now. Yeah, the whole thing that you were sent here to go do for the guard. Now,
Wait a minute. John. Can I have a bit of the treasure? Come on, man. I helped you. He was hunting you down.
I suppose so. You can have... you can have a half.
Alright then.
Follow, follow me. Then he opens the chest, and you find... Well, you find about 250 gold. It isn't too much.
Bro, that's all the Beggar King had. 200.
Okay, fine. He had about 5,000 gold.
You said he was rich.
Okay,
Hmm.
there. He's like, well, you know, seeing all this gold, it's quite nice, actually. I don't know if I could part with it.
I look at him.
He's like, I'm sorry. I guess I'm being a little inconsiderate. Here, take it before I change my mind. He gives you
Alright,
the
I grab.
2,500.
Wait, 1,000 or 2,500?
2,500.
Okay.
That's half.
Okay, update my money count.
No, you're giving it all to the captain, remember?
Yeah, okay, I go over to the cap.
Oh wait, but before you leave the workshop, Brock approaches you. He's like, well, I guess I'm out of the job now.
Wait, I thought Brock was human. He demolished.
No, Brock's the orc.
Alright then.
He's like, well, guess I'm out of the job, huh?
You know, you could come with if you want to, Brock.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Alright then. I guess I try to, like, shake him.
But there's a bit of finances that are in order. If you give me about 500 of that guy's money, I'll stay with you.
Alright. I hand him five.
Pleasure doing business with you. Well, let's go, I guess.
Alright. Follow me. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, now you got a party member. Then you head to the gate from where this journey, this whole entire subplot came from.
I go up to the captain.
Oda Waster stands there. Ah, you're back. It's been about a day. How's progress?
I bring out a bundle of 2,000 gold.
He's like,
Here you go.
wow, this is enough for me to rise up the ranks of the political ladder. Thanks. Go on ahead. Man, to think that you could have only paid me 200.
Little does he, half of those are like rocks. I actually stole 100. And then I walk away before he can realize.
Okay, well, roll the dice and see if you actually win. If it's mostly rocks, and if you give him a sack of rocks, let's see if he opens it before you leave. Okay!
20.
Well, he's completely full. He's like, man, this thing is quite heavy, but... it must be my imagination. It must just be a ridiculous amount of gold. And pleasure doing business with you, bud.
You're welcome. Come on, let's get out of here.
Then you cross into the mountains of Dragon's Rest. So let's do a little story summary. Is Dragon's Rest art, I guess. Party is Brock and
Wait, shouldn't it be like Journey 2 Dragon's Rest Arc?
well,
I
I mean, you just crossed through the border. That's where we're starting off next time.
Alrighty then.
I will make a whole entire character spreadsheet for Brock. But I'm not gonna make a backstory. You're gonna learn about his backstory as you play.
Okay.
Because that's how world building is. Oh, and gold? Yeah, you're rich.
I have Right, I
2,470. That's all right. Well, you're pretty set for now. Hopefully, you don't get robbed.
How long did this take?
This was about an hour and 5 minutes.
The original plan was to do this in like 40 minutes.
Well, sorry, but I got caught up in the story.
Yeah, I did too. No problem. That
All
was
right.
fun.
Well, do you want to talk about any random stuff for BroadStrokes type of contents?
I mean, do you have anything you want to talk about?
Hmm. You want to talk about Sekiro?
Sure. So, if you haven't heard, Sekiro, that is, it's a game made by FromSoft, regarded as their hard to date. And yeah, I can definitely see it's hard, very, very hard. Uh, the bosses are amazing though, and the combat is, yeah, amazing combat, pretty good story, better bosses.
All right.
I've already beat the game once. I'm on New Game Plus 2, trying to get another different ending.
Now, I will add this about our D&D story. I'm not sure if Kyle wants to be Brock or not.
I mean, you can tell him and ask if he wants to be.
Yeah, I guess I'll ask in the group chat if he wants to be his own character or if he wants to already be an existing party member.
Yeah, just give a brief overview of Brock's story, then I guess.
Well, yeah, well, he won't have a story that you know of much of right now. All you know is that he's just a mercenary bodyguard.
Well, I mean, like, who he is and what's happened with him so far.
Oh, well, okay.
So, I mean, he knows who's playing if he were to choose use that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's called Persona. Persona and more Persona.
Persona 5, Persona 3, and Persona 4.
Yeah. And they're all good games, so play them if you have never played them.
Oh, also, one thing I should show you guys. Another thing I got for Christmas that I only got recently because it hadn't arrived yet. If you ever played Elden and you know the hardest boss in the game, besides console or Dawn, that's who this is. I have a Blade of Mikula statue. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. But yeah, next episode, guys. Though, hopefully Kyle will like be able to join us in this. Well, one thing though that I hope Kyle will comply by is I hope he like watches or learns a little bit of D&D lore to
Yeah,
understand.
maybe I should do that too.
Oh, there are Brayden. I'm not even joking. There are so many freaking videos about D&D lore. Literally, if you just search up a race, there's like hour-long videos about it. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, just search up Dragonborn D&D and then see like all the videos real quick.
Okay.
Because I searched up Dwagar, which is just a sub-race of dwarves, by the way. Lore or something like that. And there was an hour and 37-minute long video on it. So, yeah. D&D lore is pretty deep.
24 minutes, 17 minutes. Here, I should put lore. D&D lore. Well, I mean, they aren't short videos, at least most of them, but
I
they're not
guess...
an hour long.
Well, I guess it depends. Maybe Dragonborns just aren't filled with as much lore as some other races.
Uh, yeah, I put Dragonborn D&D lore in a.
A video about
Eh,
Skyrim came up.
yep.
Of
What makes
course.
a Elder Scrolls?
Ain't no way, bro. Anyway, uh, but yeah, I hope Kyle will join us on the next one
Yeah, I hope to too. I hope he
because
does.
it was actually pretty fun.
It was.
Anyway, if you
He,
enjoyed today's episode, you know,
yes, if you enjoy, do
uh,
all the things like
please,
sub,
please like and subscribe,
say
and
some,
on YouTube, comment, what you liked about the story, and then, or what you disliked,
any changes you might want us to make.
and then follow and download on Spotify, and yeah, it was pretty smooth. We didn't do a or something like that in the middle of the episode this time.
No,
All
he
right.
did not. Also, by the way, can you pull the blanket on my bed up above the pillows?
What?
Like the end of the blanket where the pillows are. Can you pull the blanket onto the pillows?
Oh, you know what? I think I'll just do the easiest thing in the world. I'm gonna just fold it.
Okay.
That's what I do when I make my bed. All right. Well, if you enjoyed,
That I'm glad if you
all right. Bye bye.
next time on the BroadStrokes podcast.
Blood thought he was Dragon Ball narrator. All right. Bye.